seconds. No! Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Everybody has called out Loma for as long as we can all remember, dubbing this ascension the takeover.
That's the most essential thing that Lopez is doing right now, is just sticking the jab out. He's not landing it, but he's occupying Loma. He's not allowing Loma to get comfortable or to be able to gauge his range, and in the meantime, he's flicking jabs out, and he's landing that straight right to the body.
That's a beautiful shot right there, and he got his foot outside the lead foot of Loma to land that right hand to the body. But what I like about what Lopez is doing is he is shooting a jab, but he's staying inside to land his jab. We don't talk about this often, but if you move to your right, you're able to find the angle with your jab a lot easier than moving left.
Goes to the body again, and then a right hand comes in from Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, you see that power, and you see Loma respecting that power. He felt it already.
So the body work continued, and then all of a sudden Lopez goes up top with a right hand.
We already started to see redness on the rib cage on the left side of Loma.
Yes.
He's going to touch to the body. Good work so far. 6 body connects for Teofimo Lopez early on here.
So it'll take about 4 rounds for Loma to get acclimated. He's been out of the ring for about a year, 14 months or so.
Longest career layoff. His last fight was in London. We were there ringside when he had a unanimous decision against Luke Campbell, a tall fighter, another guy who's more than naturally bigger man, and there were moments of success that night in London from Luke Campbell.
Yes, it was, and that's what I saw. I saw that Luke Campbell, when he was able to establish distance outside, he was able to isolate the offense of Lomachenko, just as you see here with Lopez. He's isolating the offense.
Left hand from Lomachenko. For the first time now, you see Lopez has to be concerned of crossing the threshold as the process that Lomachenko goes through, the range finding, and he just pulled the trigger quickly with the left hand there.
And they got Lopez's attention.
So Lopez had the right hand early in round 2, and now Lomachenko with a timed left hand moments ago.
It's a high level of skill.
Yes, it is.
From both fighters on display right now. And you may say, well, how's that possible for Lomachenko? It's because you got to watch the indirect attacks, the feints of foot, the feints of hands, and all of the positioning that he's doing before he even lets a shot go.
He makes you work even if he's not throwing punches. He's so angular, all the movement.
Ooh.
It can be exhausting. Good exchange, got to him.
Better.
Let's go back and watch that left hand from Loma about halfway through the round, and then we'll show you what happened in the final 15 seconds.
Just a slip and a straight left, right down the pipe from Lomachenko. He tried to shoot another one. He just missed that one, but just timed him. He didn't throw a punch for a round and a half so he could land a clean shot like that. That's the way that Loma's wired. He doesn't want to waste anything. And then we see a straight left, a swivel right hand, and another left right there that also got Teofimo Lopez's attention.
And it got the attention of Cynthia Lopez as well, who is one of the COVID-tested few who gets to come in here to the Vegas bubble to watch this super fight. So the last half of that second round, bank it for Vasiliy Lomachenko. Round number 3 for the undisputed title.
Lopez got real comfortable. You know, Loma didn't do much. But then when he did strike like a cobra, and he was pinpoint accurate.
You brought up how exhausting it can be with the non-punching activity. How Loma can outclass his opponents mentally. And for Lopez, this is not just a challenge of what you're up against physically, but staying focused every single second against a master craftsman. That can be so taxing, Dre.
It's like Brady or Aaron Rodgers going to the line of scrimmage and audibling 2 or 3 times, and as a defense you get set and then they audible again, and then you get set and they audible again. It's very, very exhausting, and Lopez knows this coming in. He's watched Lomachenko, so I believe he's prepared for that tonight.
And then on the other side, Tim, if you're Teofimo, you know that Loma loves to fight with rhythm. He loves to conduct the orchestra of his fights. At some point, you have to find a way to be disruptive. You have to find a way to take full control and make him uncomfortable.
You got to be a little bit aggressive to offset that rhythm, but he fades in and out of range. You know, that's why he's so effective. You know, you come in and see him, he stepped out of range right there, made Lopez miss, then he'll come back in range. It looks like you can hit him, and then he slightly gets out. Then he moves his head off to the side. You have to be alert, really alert, when you're in there against a sharpshooter like Lomachenko. He is dipping, changing levels. See, what Loma's doing is he's trying to test the young guy. He's trying to see what he knows. He's changing levels, dropping his head down low, trying to see if he can get a response. And if he sees the right response, then he'll attack. He'll come up shooting with shots.
Loma found himself in the pocket for a moment there, and Teofimo threw the 2-punch combination.
That body shot lifted up Lomachenko, tried to get away from it.
Left hand from Teofimo. Every time that threshold is crossed, he is going to fire. There he is with Lomachenko against the ropes for a moment, and a combination of Lomachenko returns fire.
See, Lopez got to be a little bit more disciplined. If he's going to do the shoulder roll, he got to be a little bit more disciplined with that.
It's not time for that, Timmy. It's not time for that. It's the 3rd round. It's not time for the shoulder roll. The shoulder roll comes when you're comfortable and you've taken charge of this fight. And right now, Lopez is not completely in control of this fight.
Well, he's in control of this round right now.
Took the first, Lomachenko's effort in the second, and then a good-looking round here in round number 3 for the hopeful undefeated American. His father and Joey Gamache, the assistant trainer. Joey Gamache, who early in the career of Vasiliy Lomachenko was working with Loma. In that 3rd round, Teofimo Lopez has landed 11 of 42 punches thrown. Lomachenko had 2 of 11. .26% was the connect percentage in that last round for Teofimo Lopez. Let's bring in Bernardo.
Teofimo Sr. said, I told you we could get him. I think he hurt him in that last round, and he landed a really good 7. I said, what's the 7? That overhand looping right. He said, mentally, we've got him where we want him. He's not doing anything.
It's a big early statement, but it's a guy who is often very confident. His father, his trainer, who has molded him throughout his amateur career, throughout his pro career. Whole lot of trainer, whole lot of hype man.
Lopez is boxing good, like we've said, these first 4 rounds, but it's way premature to say that they've got Loma where they want him. It's a lot of fight left.
Especially considering the way a typical Lomachenko fight goes.
That nice little jab over Lopez's jab. It's nice by Lomachenko. I'm looking forward to seeing the uppercut from Lopez.
I like the pace that Lopez is fighting at. He's not wasting anything. He doesn't seem to be over anxious, and he's not throwing a lot of punches. He's only throwing what he needs to throw. So he should have plenty left in the tank as this fight progresses on.
It's going to be about concentration, Dre. He's going to have to concentrate every second, every minute of this round.
Yes, both fighters.
Yes.
Neither fighter can fall asleep for 1 second.
If I'm Lopez, I'm getting a little bit more work down to the body of Loma. You know, in these moments, you got to take calculated risk. Loma's body's there. You got to step in and get ripped down to that body.
Just miss with that right hand to the body, but he has been willing to throw to the body. Short exchange, short right hand.
Did you see that uppercut right there? That's what I'm looking forward to seeing from Lopez. That right uppercut.
I think one thing that's giving Loma some trouble right now is he didn't realize that Lopez was as quick and as fast as he is.
He is twitchy. That is a big part of his success. It's not just pure power, God-given power. He has speed that creates timing, which results in power.
Loma talked about the IQ of Lopez. He talked about the power of Lopez. He talked about the timing of Lopez, but he didn't mention the speed. He's realizing that Lopez has speed right now.
End of 4, and things are real interesting for the underdog, aren't they? The IBF champion. And we have noted how much he has been willing to go to the body.
Yeah, this is what Lopez got to continue to do. Lomachenko keeping those hands up high. What do? Dig around the sides. Why not? He's giving it to you. You know, he needs to continue to invest in the body to slow down Lomachenko. You know, in the later rounds, Lomachenko will begin to fade. You need to zap some of that energy now, early, so that way he'll be able to keep up with the superior conditioning later on with a fighter like Lomachenko.
All week long we asked, will the lack of big fight experience show up?
Round 5. Back up.
So far, you're getting the answer that it's no problem for Lopez. Staying composed, staying with a plan, and looking good against the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Round number 5 here from the bubble at the MGM Grand in Vegas.
Look, Lopez keep it like this. He's winning these early rounds. A lot of these early rounds, he can keep it just like this. He don't need to rush anything. Take his time, and eventually, Loma's going to have a sense. He's going to have a sense of urgency to win these rounds, and so he's going to step to him and open himself up for a big shot from Lopez.
Bernardo, what are they saying in the corner of Loma?
Lomachenko told Egas, look, don't rush, take your time, be careful, and be patient. So this is their plan.
Anatoly Papachenko, the nickname for the father and trainer of the 3-division world champion, a driven boxing mind who taught Vasiliy how to first get into a boxing stance at 4 years old. And then at 9 years old, after bringing him to the gym for those 5 years, he said, no, you're done with boxing for now. You're going to learn traditional Ukrainian dance. He did that until he was 13, didn't box. Why? Because Papachenko wanted him to have the best footwork on earth. Another body shot from Teofimo, going to that belt line with the right hand.
That's been the story so far in this fight. Lomachenko doing a lot of movement, a lot of defense, but keeping that body exposed.
I think the key word from Papachenko was patience. And you don't hear that word thrown out there a lot as it pertains to professional prize fighting, but when you're facing a guy in Lopez who's strong, powerful, twitchy, like we said, you got to take some steam out of those punches in order to put yourself in a position where it's safer to let your offense go. But right now, it's not safe enough for Loma to let his hands go, and that's why he's not throwing a lot.
Well, he got to throw some punches if he gonna take some steam off a fighter. Throw some punches, throw something down to the body. Has he landed a body shot yet?
Tim, we know how Loma fights. He doesn't throw a lot of punches early on. He's trying to wear the mind down of Lopez with the movements and all the different things. That doesn't look like it's working right now, but it's still a lot of fight left.
More body work from Teofimo Lopez to that point. And to support that argument, because even the way CompuBox is tallying this is still well below what we see out of Lomachenko. At this point right now, with a half minute to go in round number 5, Lopez has thrown 174 punches. Lomachenko has thrown 40.
Well, go ahead and wait, Loma. Go ahead and wait, because you're going to have to, sooner or later, you're going to have to step to this young man, because right now, he's easily winning this fight.
And it's not the way he typically goes about it. It's skillful. It's measured.
Has he moved on the angle yet? He hasn't even moved on the angle yet.
And that is what he is known for, being an angular, offensive, aggressive counterpuncher. End of 5.
Shots from Loma have been few and far in between, but every now and again he'll get something in like that and sort of let Lopez know, don't get too reckless, but just not enough from Loma at the moment. This is where Lopez wants to live. He doesn't have to stand there for 4 and 5 shots, but 1 or 2 shots to continue to touch the body of Loma, let him feel the power, and continue to slow those legs down.
Deep breath. Keep waiting for it to come in. Don't do that.
Go, baby. Gotta work.
Right.
They ready for round 6.
Watch your head.
Joe Tessitore, Tim Bradley, Andre Ward with you here ringside. Interesting to note when it comes to the defense of Lomachenko, that has been simply sublime for most of his career. In his career, opponents only land 18% of their punches on him. Lopez is ahead of that schedule. However, at 135 pounds, fighting bigger than his natural weight, here the champion at 135 with 3 belts, he has been getting hit more. Opponents at 135 pounds land 30% of their power punches against him. Right now, Teofimo Lopez is landing 36% of the power punches against Lomachenko. And he comes in with a 1-2 there, a right hand that tries to split the guard here early in round 6.
Ooh, just missed off the mark with that left hook, Tess.
I kept asking Teofimo in the lead up to the fight about the power. He said, you don't get it. His IQ is going to bring out mine. And what we haven't seen is Loma moving to his right the way he does against everyone else.
He typically takes that angle mark to the right to try to get out of that lead foot and be able to place that power left hand. He gets around that left shoulder, that left elbow of his opponents. We are yet to see it tonight successfully.
You take that away, he's ordinary. And that's exactly what this young man is doing. He's taking that angle away from Lomachenko.
The critics grossly underestimated the boxing skill of Lopez to this point, but the master is opposite him. We knew he would be a slow starter. There's a little bit of an angle in the left hand that tried to go down the alley.
That's what Lomachenko's going to have to do. He's got to close the distance, and I know it seems counterintuitive when you're facing an explosive puncher like Lopez, but you got to get inside that power to be effective so you're not on the end of his punches. Because right now, in the end, he's getting picked apart by Lopez.
The speed of that jab from Teofimo Lopez, those quick hands. Once again, trying to go to the body with a long-range right hand. Southpaw jab being doubled and tripled up. Range finding by Loma. Now he's trying to get to the inside with a short left hand.
That's where he's got to live, right there.
Did you see the hook from Lopez, though?
Well, that hook can be dangerous against the southpaw because it's sitting right on top of them. Closest punch to be landed.
And that's the shot that's going to take away the jab of Lomachenko, that left hook. It's going to make him keep his hands at home.
There's a right hand to the body again from Teofimo.
Watch your head.
Counter punch by Loma.
Watch your head.
Russell Moore, we haven't said his name much tonight. Getting the assignment as the 3rd man inside the ropes, and that's a good thing.
See, I'm starting to see the same sequence from Lomachenko. He steps in, steps out of range, and he tries to get a jab off. Lopez, let me see if he can pick it up. Nope, there, uppercut.
And a right hand. Big finish to round number 6 for Teofimo Lopez. The end of the round, the uppercut by Teofimo.
That's what you want to land. He's a smaller man. He's coming inside. Anytime Lomachenko steps foot forward, you're going to see that uppercut coming from Lopez. Beautiful, perfectly placed uppercut at the end of that last round.
And then he came with the straight right.
That's how you do it. You catch them coming in and you catch them leaving.
Brooklyn born, then moved down to South Florida. Now lives in Jonesboro, Arkansas with his wife Cynthia. Does the IBF lightweight champion, the 23-year-old undefeated world champion. Halfway through our 12-round fight for supremacy. And Andre Ward's card has it 59-55 Lopez, and it is really tough to disagree with anything there because Lomachenko has hardly put forth any offense. He had the short right hand in the second. He wins the second round, but all the other rounds seem to be obvious for Teofimo.
Don't hold him down. But don't hit him. Let's go. Box!
Senior told me, look, this guy can take a shot, but what I'm seeing here is that we're going to run him down, but he has to be patient. Just wait for the moment, but we're going to run him into a shot.
You can see some redness and just a little bit of swelling around the face of Lomachenko. Look at that focus on Teofimo Lopez. Hyper attentive to everything going on here as he fires off that back power hand again. Loma able to get out of range.
Lopez can fight at this pace all night long. You want to tire out the young man? I don't think so.
Right hand got around the guard there. There's a right hand to the body from Teofimo.
See, now Lopez now is throwing his punches where he thinks Lomachenko's going to be. He's moving around to the left. Okay, I'll throw the left hook. You move around to the right. Boom, I'll hit you with the right cross.
But don't you think that's a big part of what it takes against the moving target that we typically see of Lomachenko, to anticipate where he will be? He's angular. He likes to move. You have to predict where you need to be. And now you see more of the movement that he's known for. But will it turn into offense? We have yet to see much offense. It's been all Teofimo.
I'm going to let you know right now, Tess. No, we're not going to see it. This man right now is on fire. He is focused, dialed in. He has the heartbeat already, the rhythm of Lomachenko. He's already figured it out.
Lomachenko now trying to close the gap as he comes forward against the young, brash, undefeated American. Look at Loma trying to be more on the front end now. A little rough stuff on the inside as Russell Mora
You can punch in there.
is going to say you got to protect yourself, Teofimo. He's allowed to punch on the inside.
Nothing wrong with that shot that Loma just landed. You got a free hand, you can use it.
That's right.
Says the guy who often did to have pound-for-pound status, Andre Ward, with short body shots on the inside. Anything it took from our partner. Just missing with a right hand, coming to the end of round 7. Different disposition in the back half of that round from Lomachenko. Fascinating fight, isn't it?
It's a blowout! It's a blowout! Box like a champ, baby. I told you. Like a champ. It's a blowout.
Yeah. Protect yourself at all times, okay? Okay.
This uppercut I've been talking about, Loma's going to have to commit sooner or later, and boom, just a little bit off the mark. Loma recognized that, got his head off the line. That is experience of Lomachenko.
Here we see Loma trying to get his offense going. Just a straight left to the body and a swivel right jab to the head. Nothing that was too serious, but he's trying to get into a rhythm right now, and he has to take more chances, and I'm talking about Loma, in order to do that. He's got to open himself up. Don't neglect defense, but he's going to have to open himself up because I think he's behind a great deal on the scorecards.
You can hear that rough voice of his father, Teofimo. And you heard it say it's a blowout. There is supreme confidence in the corner of Lopez. There always is. They're just doing it in a different way. More offense we saw out of Lomachenko in that last round. He landed 4 power shots in that last round. But overall in the fight, he's only landed 11 overall. Lopez has landed 38.
Loma's going to have to close that distance.
He's closing it right now.
He's going to have to close that distance and be in range like that, but still be as tight with his defense as possible.
Time! Come here. You got to watch your head. You're coming in with your head.
It's a clash of heads there. So now
I got
Loma's
this.
coming
Let me
in
do this.
with his head.
You're okay with the head?
Watch the
you have to watch
headbutt
your
here.
head too. All right, guys, let's go. Watch your heads.
I mean, Teofimo has to understand. It may have been clean for the first half of the fight, but with it all on the line, this will turn into a fight. He's not just going to give the belts away.
You're right. Now you see Loma pressing on the gas a little bit.
Yep.
He's fighting with more urgency because he knows he's behind and he knows he only has so many rounds to try to make up the ground.
Right hand by Lopez.
And if you're Lopez, you got to stand your ground and not let Loma take any more ground.
Nice step around right there from Lopez. I said anytime Loma try to get on angles, step around with him. And you see it again. He steps with him.
Split the guard with a right hand. Oh, and there's a left hand from Lomachenko. And now he comes into the pocket and they're exchanging. Lomachenko's best offensive surge of the night. It comes at the halfway point of round 8.
Let go. Let go.
Things have changed, and now he's stepping to Teofimo.
He's got to close the distance.
Teofimo willing to trade. He throws a right hand of his own.
And Lopez has to continue to fight him off.
The fight has begun. Lomachenko looking to dig out of the hole. Lopez trying to throw fire back with fire.
Here it is right now. Loma started. He found the heartbeat now. He found the heartbeat. Got the rhythm going. Now he's letting in his offense. Being very accurate at the moment.
You see a little bit of redness around the eyes of Teofimo. There's the jab from the pound-for-pound best in the world. Right hand behind the jab. Lomachenko back out on the outside. Will he go back into the kitchen?
Lopez can't abandon the jab. He's got to continue to use that. That's what's gotten him up on the scorecards and has him in control of this fight right now.
Straight right hand moments ago. Looking for that right uppercut again. Remember, he had success a couple rounds ago with it. By far the most entertaining round of the fight. Mark down round number 8. Things changed.
Time! You got to watch your head, okay? Okay.
How many rounds is that? It was 8. This is going into 9. Going into 9.
Thank you. I got it. Thank you.
So close. Away when he does that shit, push him.
Exactly.
Beautiful combination right here. Lomachenko has finally found his mark. I believe that he found the key. The key is pressure. He must pressure Lopez. Get him on his back foot. Don't allow him to extend with those arms. He needs to take chances now. Get aggressive like he's doing. But that is the reason why he was able to land these combinations right here. Because he got aggressive and he didn't allow Lopez to think and to set him up.
Here's how things have changed with that 8th round. Prior to that, Lomachenko didn't have a single round where he had double-digit connects. He was 19 of 38 in that 8th round. He was 10 of 20 in power punches. Let's see if he stays a little aggressive here. Round number 9, winner take all 4 belts. And Lopez comes out with a hook.
If you're Loma, you got to continue to use your jab just like that. Sometimes you'll land it, sometimes you won't. But it'll get you in range. Stay tight and let your hands go. Get out of range and then reset and do it again. So you can't lay on the outside like that, Joe.
Lopez having banked all the early rounds. But now it is on the line.
Anatoly Lomachenko said, I need him to establish that jab, get inside behind that jab, but throw combinations, not single shots.
He just pushed back against Lomachenko. That is exactly what his father wanted him to do. After that 8th round, he said, and he did it again. He said, when he comes in like that, don't allow for it. Push him back.
So, watch your legs. Watch your legs. Let's go. Let's
See, Loma's in range sometimes, and he won't let his shots go. He's got body shots, and he's got short uppercuts and right hooks, but he's not throwing the punches when he's in range.
Why is that, Dre? Is it because of the danger that exists opposite him, knowing what could be coming back?
That's exactly what it is. Trust me, if Loma felt like he was in control and he could take the power, he would throw more shots. He's not comfortable yet.
Short left hand. Oh, there's a good jab and a combination from Lomachenko. And Lopez comes right back.
Loma's going to have to sell out to get the kind of shots that he wants. Some nights it's just like that. You got to back up your reputation, you got to back up your name, and you got to put yourself in harm's way to get the job done.
And let me tell you something. If he has to sell out offensively, this is going to be an incredibly entertaining stretch run for the undisputed status.
Tonight we're going to see what Lopez has inside tonight. Loma's going to test him.
Lead left uppercut from Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo is not going to give way. He is looking to pull the trigger on these uppercuts. Lomachenko has to close the gap. He has to step in. And that is dangerous against a power puncher who, by the way, is showing very good boxing skill tonight.
If you're Lopez, this is not the time to mentally go to sleep. He's got to stay alert.
Three punches touch him there from Loma. This is not the fight that most thought we would have. Most felt Teofimo Lopez's only chance was to have that dynamite in the right hand and be able to deliver it. They didn't think about this, the athleticism, the quickness, the boxing IQ. Looking for that right uppercut again. Fun to see Lomachenko with a little more
Nice body shot right there.
offensive desire. And it's because of what Teofimo Lopez put forth early on.
Loma's starting to begin to get in his rhythm right here, and it all starts with that lead jab, blinding, getting Lopez out of position with that shot, that lead shot. Nice follow-up here.